There we go. What's up, guys? BrunsNick's back. It's time to introduce the track stealth mode. The stealth mode replaces the original stealth using a slightly stronger cover, the QR10 cover, all wrapped around the original stealth symmetrical core. Now, I can't wait to see what this ball does for me out on the lanes with SPECTO running, of course. But before we get to all that, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Now, let's see stealth mode in action. All right, we are talking stealth mode today. New benchmark, track line, replacing an old standby, non-HK cover. Let's talk about that core. Original symmetrical stealth core, RG's 2.48. Differential is very high, 056. Now, cover stock on this, QR10. Step higher than the QR9, which was on the original, and the sanding process is a little bit different. There's one step that's missing. This is finished at 500, 1500 as opposed to 500, 1000, 1500. What does that mean? When you skip that middle step, you're going to have a little bit duller, smoother motion out of this ball. So we're going to see that with the compared with the stronger cover, what it means on lanes. I got SPECTO running. I'm going to start it out. I'm going to move it in, and we're going to see what this new benchmark does. Start out on 15, throw some shots. First shot, you never know. You know, these smooth benchmark balls, I'm going to try to just keep the speed up, keep it in the oil a little bit, and try my best. Ride the oil line the whole way and just obliterate pins. Yeah, these are the bowling balls you use when you have fresh oil. Maybe you don't like to use urethane, maybe you're anti-urethane, anti-establishment, whatever. You know, you want to use a resin ball that kind of blends out the oil. Right now it's fresh oil, so a lot of dry in the back, front, it's all oil. Got that clip going. A lot of flare, just like with the original. That's to be expected with a ball with 056 differential. Very, very high diff. Let's try another shot. Great looking ball. I mean, when you make benchmark bowling balls, you got to make them dark colored. That is it. It's a little wider. Oh, it's hooking. But not quite enough to go through the face. That was cool. These bowling balls are all about control. And when you pair it with a strong cover, good symmetrical core, you know, for something that you're starting out with and fresh, you know, you could really tame out the lane. You know, you get it out to the dry, it doesn't overreact. You get it in the oil, it doesn't overskid. Hit the pocket flush, and I probably missed 2-3 boards at the arrows there. That's just what these balls do. So far, 2 for 2 with the brand new stealth mode. Let's try to go 3 for 3 in that same spot. Feeling good. First 2 shots of the day. Flush, flush, can't complain. That can't strike, can it? Yes, it can. I think it passes the test playing straight. I think it passes the test for giving me an area check. And I think it passes the test for hitting power. I probably threw 3 different shots there. I mean, I don't want to overlay it because I don't want to embarrass myself. But let's start moving it in. Let's start testing this benchmark ball in our open angles. So once we open angles, then we're going to see if this ball still has enough power to get through. In the past, they really haven't, but new cover, never know. So now we'll be in at 20, and we'll start moving it left. Little swing here. This should still be a good zone for this ball. What do you say? Oh, I got blocked. That was what, the 6-pin in the gutter that blocked it? 4-pin tried to come over? That was brutal. Yeah, so you can see right away, once we start opening the angles a little bit, it has a little bit more issue getting back through the pocket. So what does that mean we got to do? It means we got to bring the speed down a little bit, maybe touch the fingers a little bit more revs, and maybe get around the side of it a little bit more by getting out to the dry too. So we're just going to change everything. We'll try it again. Not a great rack, but I think I can overcome. So, that's way out wider. Don't do that, folks. Over adjustment. Softer, wider, fast 8. So far, not liking the bad breaks here. Fast 8, and then a messenger that got blocked. Not two great shots though, that's all right. All right, so ideally I want to go somewhere in between those two shots with that same ball speed and everything. So we're just gonna ask for a little bit better shot between that because those last two, not my best. There we go. Get me out of this zone, please. I believe that was my first 8-pin of the new year. I was waiting for it. Usually that train is never late, but in this case, it showed its way. So how about that? I get the messenger that misses, it gets blocked. I have the fast 8, and then a stone 8. I'm getting out of this zone. This zone, bad juju. Let's move another 5. My goodness. Yeah, but anything that tells me off that reaction is when I open up angles, I'm gonna have to get the speed down with this ball. All right, just cover a little bit more boards, a little more oil. Different angle of the pocket. Went back through flush, hit strong, better zone. I thought the last zone would be good. Obviously the first zone was fantastic on the fresh. Middle zone, nah, I would not be caught there. But this zone, not bad. Just by delaying that hook, by covering more boards in the oil, it delays the hook just enough and it saves more energy for the back. So there is hope for this ball as we move in. Let's see what happens again. That's in. Hook. Oh, just got enough. Okay, definitely a good sign there because when you miss in, that's usually light 2-pin hit for me. Not necessarily washout hit because we're balling on a house shot. It's gonna hook. But when I miss in like that, I typically 2-pin. That's my miss. Not there. So I'm liking this ball. As far as recovery, I'm gonna move it another 5 now. I gotta see how this ball is gonna react when I start opening up angles and going away from the pocket. Benchmark bowling balls, typically I do better playing straight. Most of you probably do the same thing. You let me know. But we'll move in now, we'll be on 30. And now, much bigger swing. Uh-oh. Got a hook. Oh, it did. That thing set up perfect. I fed that to the dry way too early. It set up, it responded, didn't overreact, kind of rolled out a little bit. I'm sure the numbers will show that the impact angle is probably equal to or maybe a little less than the entry angle. So as the ball's entering the pins, it's kind of used all of its energy. It's rolling a little more forward. That's all that means. Let's try it again. Now I think if I miss in, I'm going to be in trouble. But who knows? I didn't miss in, that's for sure. Yeah, I paid for that one. Got that out early again. And same thing with these symmetrical bowling balls. When I drill them with that 4.5-inch layout as opposed to the 5 like my ASIMs, they flare all the way around the whole ball. All right, the ball hooks. I'm gonna throw one more shot there. I gotta throw a better shot where I don't leak it out right. All right, here we go. A little better. I mean, I still leaked out right, but I got it out further down the lane before I got to that spot. Would this be the ball of choice when I'm playing in? No, probably not. I'm much more comfortable playing straight, and we'll probably go back to probably the first zone when I'm done with this last zone. But we're gonna move it 5 more. I'm gonna be 20 left, standing on 35 now. All the way left, throw it all the way right. Hope for the best, right? Good shot. Oh man, that almost fell forward. That 10-pin got hit at the very last second. That was wrap 10 all day. So even though I got it to the spot where I wanted to, ball responded nice, it just didn't have the drive in the back to get through the pins. Kick the 10 pin out, lucky break. Let's try it again. But the strength of this ball, certainly straighter angles for me. All right, one more shot from in here. That's gonna hook. Oh, yeah. I made sure to get more of that one. All right, I think we saw enough from playing in. You know, does it do okay? It's all right. Am I gonna suffer from probably some bad carry on a lot of shots playing that wide of an angle? Probably. So I'm gonna move it back to the first zone where I started, because if I'm playing a ball like this and urethane's not in play, I'm playing it straighter on. So let's do that. Back where I started on 15. Straighter, harder. That's where I feel more at home here. It's just so much stronger right there. I don't mind that at all. That's what the stealth mode's all about, and that's what the original stealth was all about. No changes, no surprises, and no HK22. We don't put that stuff on everything. So I hope you learned a little bit about the stealth mode. It's coming at you at a pro shop soon. Check it out. Always, please subscribe to the channel. Check out the merch. See you on another video.